What is going on, Raptors Nation? Luca here, back with another video. Hope you're all doing well. The Toronto Raptors are interested, it seems, in yet another All-Star. Every time an All-Star becomes available, the Toronto Raptors sneakily find themselves in these trade rumors, and it's happening once again now with Zach LaVine. We're going to talk about it. Before we dive right into it, do me a solid, Raptors Nation. Hit a like on the video. It helps a ton. And please subscribe to the channel for more Raptors content over here on the Raptors Nation YouTube channel. Please help us hit 1,000 subs on this channel. It would be greatly appreciated. So Zach LaVine is expected to be traded. I mean, at least that's what the rumors are indicating, because the Chicago Bulls, they are rumored to be heading towards a fire sale. They're 4-9. They're not playing well. And Zach LaVine, the two-time All-Star, has been in trade rumors already. The Raptors have been mentioned as one of the teams that could have some level of interest in Zach LaVine. Shams appeared on the rally, and he mentioned Toronto, as he said, and I quote, "I'm told the Raptors are also expected to have some level of interest in Zach LaVine." So in this one, I wanted to speculate and give you my opinion on whether or not I think this is a good idea for the Raptors. And let's first talk about, how this would get done. LaVine is owed $43 million next season, $45 million in 2025, 2026. Then he has a player option in 2026, 2027 of $48 million, which he's surely going to opt into. So if the Raptors want to make this all work and add LaVine, it's going to be awfully tough, as Blake Murphy of Sportsnet broke it down. He said the rough math on LaVine with the Raptors: LaVine, Pirtle, Schroeder, Barnes, Dick, McDaniels, all under contract for 2024, 2025. That would leave you about $69.4 million beneath tax for Siakam plus Anunoby plus Phil roster with minimums. So the Raptors adding Zach LaVine while still being able to pay both Anunoby and Siakam does not seem likely unless Toronto is prepared to pay the tax. Now, here's the thing. If the Raptors trade for Zach LaVine without giving up one of their top players, is it really worth the risk? Because the Raptors would have to go deep in their assets, once again, give up some future picks for a guy in Zach LaVine who, would make this offense a lot better, would fix a lot of the half-court offense issues that this team faces, but it wouldn't put the Raptors over the top. I mean, even with Zach LaVine, this roster as constructed would still be ways away, in my opinion, from competing for a championship. They still would not be in that tier with the Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks. So I don't think Zach LaVine can fix the Raptors. And is it really worth the Raptors, once again, giving up future assets, future picks, trying to look for a quick fix when really this might end up blowing up in their face? Like, remember, guys, the Raptors gave up their 2024 first-round pick for Jakob Poeltl, and that has not turned out well to this point. So, you don't want to make the same mistake again of trying to go for a win-now move, give up a pick that could be valuable to your team, and try to go for it now, and that move that you make doesn't make a difference in the grand scheme of things. So that's how I view this trade for Zach LaVine. He would help the offense, but he wouldn't make the difference, wouldn't put the Raptors over the top. Now, there's another way the Raptors can make this trade work for LaVine, and you can essentially do a Siakam for LaVine swap. Their salaries match. So if the Raptors did view Zach LaVine as a better fit with Scotty Barnes and they wanted to make the trade that way, I don't necessarily see that happening, because, number one, if you trade for Zach LaVine, he doesn't necessarily fit Barnes' timeline. Zach LaVine is going to be turning 29 years old in March, and would the Bulls really want to take back Siakam, who's on an expiring contract? I mean, the Bulls wouldn't want to re-sign Pascal Siakam to the max, especially if they're headed for a rebuild. So the Bulls are wanting to rebuild here. They're going to want to get the best long-term package for Zach LaVine. So Siakam wouldn't make sense for them. And if the Raptors are going to trade Siakam, I'd rather them trade Siakam for a package of long-term assets and not Zach LaVine. So it just doesn't make sense, in my opinion. I don't see the Raptors doing it. I don't know why they would even entertain this, because, again, Zach LaVine is not going to put the Raptors over the top. And if you do trade Siakam for LaVine, it just doesn't make sense long-term with Scotty Barnes. If the Raptors are going to finally pick a direction here and go one way, I mean, I've been an advocate for the way that I've been preaching to the choir for a while now. You trade Siakam for a package of long-term assets and you play the long-term game with building around Scottie Barnes. I don't think this quick fix mentality is going to do the Raptors any favors. I mean, it seems like the Raptors would just go in circles once again if they try to do what they did last season, go for a win now move. And, it's not going to make as big of a difference as you think. So that is my opinion on this. I don't think the Raptors should go for Zach LaVine. I don't think it would make a difference for this team, and it could potentially do more harm than good, especially if they go the route where they do trade future assets to bring in LaVine and envision, pairing him with Siakam, OG, Barnes, etc. So the Raptors, they are always in these trade rumors, so take it with a grain of salt. I mean, this is a team that was set to be the front runner for Kevin Durant and Damian Lillard in consecutive summers. That didn't get done, and here they are once again in the rumor mill when it comes to another All-Star in Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine, is set to have some interest from other teams as well, the Lakers, the Sixers. So we'll see what happens with that. But Raptors Nation, do you want to see Zach LaVine on the Raptors? Do you think it makes sense for this team? Let me know your thoughts down below. Hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, plus ring the bell for more. That is it for me. This is Lucas signing off. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay safe.